Hello everyone, it's the Effort Avenger, and I've come with some more unfortunate news. Yesterday, Maurice White of the band Earth, Wind & Fire, who was actually the founder of Earth, Wind & Fire, passed away at 74. I was with my girlfriend, and she, asked me, like, do you know who Maurice White was? And I said, yeah, and right then and there, I kind of figured that, he had passed away. He was 74. He had Parkinson's disease, which, as you know, is it's a very terrible thing to have. I'll read you some stuff that this news site called Big Story said about him. Earth, Wind & Fire founder Maurice White, whose horn-driven band sold more than 90 million albums and made hits like September, Shining Star, and Boogie Wonderland, died Wednesday at his home in Los Angeles, his brother Verdine said. White, who was 74, suffered from Parkinson's disease and had retreated from the public even as the band he founded kept performing. So a lot of times, Philip Bailey was doing a lot of the singing because Maurice White was, of course, getting older, but he had Parkinson's disease, so it was really hard for him to really do much of anything in his older age. So Philip Bailey was doing a lot of the singing later on in the band's career. My brother, hero, and best friend Maurice White passed away peacefully last night in his sleep. Verdine White's also a member of the band, told the Associated Press on Thursday. While the world has lost another great musician and legend, our family asks that our privacy is respected as we start what will be a very difficult and life-changing transition in our lives. Thank you for your prayers and well wishes. It goes on to say, Earth, Wind & Fire, a 9-piece band featuring the two White brothers, singer Philip Bailey and the distinctive horn section, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000. The band's most successful period started with the 1975 album That's the Way of the World and continued through the rest of the decade. Other hits included Serpentine Fire, which is probably my favorite Earth, Wind & Fire song, That's the Way of the World, and a cover of the Beatles' Got to Get You in My Life, which was, of course, on the Sgt. Pepper film that was made specifically for that film. It goes on to say, the band's early sound was jazzy, but evolved into an exuberant, horn-driven mix of jazz, funk, gospel, big band music. Their appeal wasn't just on records, but on stage. Their concerts, a whirl of dancing, fog machines, multicolored lights, and glittery costumes. Earth, Wind & Fire performed everywhere from the Super Bowl to the White House. So, it's really hard because Earth, Wind & Fire was actually one of my favorite bands. I know I didn't really say that much on the show. In fact, I didn't really say it at all. But yes, Earth, Wind & Fire is absolutely one of my all-time favorite bands. And it's really sad because we had so many legendary musicians that have been dying. We just recently had David Bowie, of course, and a little further back in December there was Lemmy Kilmister, the founder of Motorhead. And a little bit further back, we had B.B. King, who, the king of the blues. So it's really weird what's going on. There's a lot of artists that are dying, a lot of founders of bands, and a lot of legendary, influential people who are just passing away. And I know, as you get older, you have to, your time comes. But it's just really sad and really unfortunate. But we still, of course, have Maurice's music to listen to. We have, all of the albums that Earth, Wind & Fire gave us, all the hit songs that are played at, parties and weddings and, receptions, even church events, all this different kind of stuff at sporting events. So, with that said, we thank you, Maurice, for your music, for your life, for your legacy, for your contribution to the music industry. You certainly won't be forgotten. So, rest in peace, legend.